Got it.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Village of Woodbury Village Board meeting for December 23rd, 2021, final meeting of the year. Can everybody please join me in rising for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence for all those suffering from COVID in this holiday season. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. Okay. All right, so we don't have any public hearings this evening. We'll go right out to public comment on agenda items. Is there anyone in the public that would like to say something about the agenda or on any items on the agenda? Seeing only one member of the public, I think we can go ahead and move on. Okay, let's move right into administrative business. Looking for a motion to accept receipt of the minutes of the meeting held December 9th, 2021.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee
I'll second.
Graziano, Trustee Burek with the second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of abstract. Looking for a motion to approve abstract number 13 containing vouchers 211150 through 211224, totaling $319,401.82.
The motion.
Trustee Gomez with the motion. Trustee Giacomazzo with the second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Fire Department equipment requests. Looking for a motion to approve Fire Department equipment request 2021-26, totaling approximately $36,971 for the purchase of 5 SCBA masks, 4 hydrant wrenches, 3 CO2 gas detectors, and 7 trainer belts. And equipment request 2021-27, totaling approximately $1,470 for the purchase of 1 pallet of speedy dry and to have the fit test machine calibrated.
Make the motion.
Thank you,
I'll
Trustee
second.
Burek with the motion, Trustee Graziano with the second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, moving on to old business. We have a change order number 2 for CDBG hydrant replacement project. Looking for a motion to approve and authorize the mayor to sign change order number 2 for the project, improvements to water district system hydrant replacement through the CDBG fiscal year 2020 grant program totaling $5,664.26. This modification for the change order was due to excavation done at an anticipated hydrant site that was deemed not possible due to the curve valve not holding.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Trustee Giacomazzo. Trustee Gomez with the second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
We have some new business. As we discussed previously, we're looking to do a moratorium hardship waiver process. So we've distributed the resolution, and I'm looking for a motion to adopt the resolution promulgating regulations authorizing a hardship waiver process to the local law instituting a moratorium on certain permits, certificates of occupancy, and approvals, which was local law number 9 of 2021.
I'll definitely make that motion.
Thank you, Trustee
Second.
Graziano and Trustee Burek with the second, and that was, any discussion? I'll start off by saying that was Trustee Graziano's idea. I think it was a good idea, and I'm looking forward to getting this passed. So any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Very good. Very good. Excuse me while I scroll. We have an appointment of a fire police captain. Due to the relocation of the previous fire police captain, I'm looking for a motion to appoint Scott Danielson to the position of fire police captain as requested by Fire Chief Burke. Thank you, Trustee Giacomazzo for the motion.
I'll second.
Trustee Burek with the second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We have one extra item. As many people know, we have a grant coming our way for a downtown revitalization project, and we needed to pass a resolution regarding SECRA prior to our next meeting, which is why we're doing it tonight as an extra item. So I'm just going to read it real quick so that we're all on the same page, including the public. Whereas the Village of Woodbury is the recipient of the State and Municipal Facilities Program, otherwise known as SAM grant, for multiple improvements to the downtown area bearing project ID 24690. And whereas the project consists of the design, installation, and replacement of lights, electrical distribution, and light poles along Smith Clove Road. And whereas the project is a type 2 action under SECRA, now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of the Village of Woodbury that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Woodbury declare the project as described above to be a type 2 action under SECRA. Have a motion, please?
Make the motion.
Trustee Burek with the motion.
Yeah, second.
Trustee Gomez with the second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I vote aye. And unless I missed something, that concludes regular business. So we can shoot out to public comment. So I think one of our shortest meetings ever. Anybody in the public have anything they'd like to say about anything this time?
Anything,
Anything at all?
something, come on.
Mr. Weisenfeld, you're the only one in the public. Would you have anything you'd like to say?
So, you know, come on, please.
You know, you're not muted right there, Jesus.
No, I thought about that after.
All right, so we can move on to board member comment. All right, so I got to try and get through this. All right, I spent most of my adult life in public service. I began my career in EMS in 1983, and I started my service to the town of Woodbury on the ZBA in 2007, and a couple of years later to the Village of Woodbury in 2009 when I was first elected to this board. Just like to take a moment to thank some people that made my service to the community possible over these years. First, I want to thank my wife and children for the sacrifice they made in allowing me the time to serve. I spent countless hours away from them over the past 15 years, and they've always supported me in this. Next, I want to thank Desiree Potvin for her support and guidance over the years, as well as Jessica and Claudia, especially since I was elected mayor. Without her steady hand as village clerk, none of us would be able to do our jobs. Our department heads, both past and present, made my job easier. Billy McLennan was a great water sewer administrator and continues to be missed by his family and friends alike. Mickey Phillips served under Billy and continues his legacy in the department. Gary Thomasberger spent decades serving Woodbury as building inspector up until just a few months ago and was the consummate professional. Pete Stabile and more recently Rob Wyant have led our highway department through all seasons, paving and repairing roads in the warm weather and clearing those same roads every winter. Our fire chiefs have always led our department well. Chief Burke has come up through the ranks under the past chiefs and is a testament to their leadership. Not to mention all of the members of all of our departments. We can't simply name everybody. Mayor Queenan and Tom Flood were my partners and running mates for 5 elections prior to this most recent term. Mike first approached me in the fall of 2008 to run in the following spring. We ran as a team and we spoke to hundreds of people each of the 5 elections we ran in. I've always said that walking the community and speaking to residents was the best part of the process and the best way in which to understand what the residents want and what the community needs. I'll never forget those times. The Hunter family always supported me each and every election, as well as George Sewitt and many, many others too numerous to mention. During my time in office, I've had wonderful relationships with our local, county, and state elected officials, especially County Exec Steve Newhouse, Senator James Skoufis, and Assemblyman Colin Schmidt. The business of local government is best accomplished with honest relationships with other elected officials, and I thank all of the electeds I've worked with over the years for their friendship. No local government could function without its consultants, and we have the best in the business. Rick Golden and Kelly Naughton are 2 of the best local government attorneys I've ever met, and I've met a few. Dennis Lindsay, Sean Hoffman, and Natalie Barber are great engineers and together have decades of institutional memory about our water and sewer systems. As the collected board members over the years, we've accomplished much. We've appointed good members for the ZBA and planning boards, passed many local laws to better the community, and served as best we could. One of the most memorable chapters of our village history was the Caesars Casino project in 2014. During that time, we had many meetings and one of the largest public hearings ever held in the community with over 300 people in attendance. During that process, we negotiated an agreement with Caesars that was worth almost $1 million a year for the village, but unfortunately the Gaming Commission didn't award a license downstate. We came out together as a community to listen and express our opinions, and as a board, we listened and we heard you. In recent years, with the help of elected officials in some cases, our grant writers in others, and ARPA funds from the federal government, we've been awarded almost $2 million to the village. These grant awards will go to things like water and sewer improvements, security enhancements, and other important projects in the village. My time spent on the ZBA and village board were a big part of my life, and I'll never forget my service to the community. Thank you to everyone that helped me along the way, especially the residents that voted me into office 6 times. I will always appreciate and never forget my time serving Woodbury. As I finish, I just want to wish everyone a safe and wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you. Chris.
All right, well, good evening. First I want to start off by saying our last running mate before this election, Mr. Egan, thank you for all the service you've given to Woodbury. We've appreciated it. You've kind of given a lot of your life almost at the birth of the village till now. So it's kind of been like watching a child grow up, and now you're sending it off to college with the professors over here. So I kind of make that analogy as having a child in college. So, but again, thank you for your service. Thank you for what you've done. We will miss you, but we will move on. And, that's kind of the theme of what I was going to say tonight is, as we say goodbye to some of the more familiar people, we also have a shot at a new beginning. And this is something that I've been kind of laying out over the last few years is in order to move forward, we got to kind of do that together. And I think we've made some huge steps forward over the last few weeks. I'd like some of the things I really like to see, and some of the relationships that we're forging moving ahead is going to be really good, I think, for both the town and the village. I know it's going to be good for the citizens of Woodbury. So I want to take advantage of this and say thank you for everybody. This is really a good spot to move forward, a good spot. Like we're in a good place to have some new beginnings. And I just want everybody to keep safe, be healthy. I know this new variant has kind of gotten everybody down a little bit, but hopefully it turns out not to be as serious as mild as they're saying. And I just want to wish everybody a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And I look forward to seeing everybody starting off in January and hopefully on the other downside of what's going on now. So thank you again, Tim. Appreciate everything. Look forward to seeing you come back and check on your board as we go forward in the next year. Thank you again, and good night, everyone.
Yes, I appreciate it. Jesus?
Yep. I also want to thank Mayor Egan for your guidance as the mayor for the last 2 years and the prior 10 years as a village trustee also. You have served the Woodbury community with pride, care, and respect. And I appreciate all that you have done for our community. And now you're free from this political life. So good luck, be well, and most importantly, enjoy your family and loved ones. I also want to thank everyone for coming out tonight to our Zoom meeting. Unfortunately, sorry about that, Tim. I would have liked to have been in person too. I want to thank all our department heads and especially all our village employees for another great year of service to our Woodbury community. You all have made it easy for us to be village trustees because you all have gone above and beyond for our Woodbury community. And I truly thank you and appreciate the hard work you guys do put in and day out. I truly thank you and appreciate the hard work. So thank you all for all that you guys do for Woodbury. And have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you all and your families and loved ones. Happy holidays to all. God bless and good night.
Thank you, Jesus. Tara?
Thank you, everyone, for watching this evening. I was really looking forward to being back in person, and I'm really unfortunately that we're still on Zoom, but better safe than sorry. Tonight marks the end of an era, with it being the last meeting for our mayor, Tim Egan. Tim, as he's articulated, has dedicated more than a decade serving our community, first on the ZBA and for 5 terms as a village trustee, with the latest one as a mayor. While most people spend their free time doing things for themselves and their families, Tim chose the route of public service for 14 years. It's a long time. Over a decade of service is no small feat and should be recognized and celebrated. during my first campaign in 2019, when I ran with Tim and CJ, I did a lot of walking with Tim and got to really know him a bit. And we walked around all of the neighborhoods in Woodbury while campaigning and going door to door, having the opportunity to speak to our fellow Woodbury residents. That's when you truly saw Tim's face light up. It gave him such joy to speak to the people, and it was his reason for wanting to help them and make their life here better. And that was all he kept saying to me was, we're here to serve the public. We're here to make their life better. Never forget that. So Tim, you have taught me a lot over these 2 years about what it means to be a public servant, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But most importantly, you've taught me how to remain above bar, because at the end of the day, this job isn't about ourselves. It's about the residents, and that should always remain at the top of our minds. For this, I will always remain grateful to you. So as a Woodbury resident, I truly thank you for your service and giving so much of yourself to our community, and wish you well in your new role at work, and hope that you find some time to enjoy yourself and your family. You've certainly earned it. Happy holidays to everyone. Be safe and stay well, and hopefully we'll see each other in person in the new year. Good night.
Thanks, Tara. Andrew?
Thank you, Mayor Egan, and thank you to those who joined us this evening. The decision to run for public office is never easy. It first begins with the question you ask yourself, can I do this? Can I sacrifice my professional career, time with my family, the long hours, the highs and lows with serving in public office? Once you have sold yourself, now it is time to talk to your family about your decision to serve the community in this capacity. Your family are the ones who will be seeing less of you, and the slack on the home front gets picked up by them. They also have to be committed to this decision. Mayor Egan made the choice to serve his community in this role in 2008 by running with Michael Queenan and Tom Flood. For 10 years, the three of them, along with Neil Kraus, made sure the village of Woodbury was handled professionally, that the infrastructure was maintained and upgraded. Having served 3 years as a trustee, I could tell you firsthand this is no walk in the park. The job has been made even harder by social media at times. It just feels like a giant complaint department. This is why good people turn away from politics. That was what Trustee Egan's response was to a letter to the editor when he was running for mayor. Thankfully, Tim Egan never turned away from serving his community as a member of our Zoning Board of Appeals, village trustee, and finally as mayor. I want to personally thank Tim for the pleasure of working with him the last 3 years. I also want to thank his wife, Christina, and his kids, Jessica, Taylor, and Zach, for sharing him with our community, allowing him to better Woodbury for everyone. I wish Mayor Egan much success and happiness in all his future endeavors. You will be missed, my friend. Finally, just two final thoughts. I want to wish Woodbury resident Gloria DeLisi a very happy 95th birthday. Wow. And finally, to all residents who celebrate, have a very Merry Christmas, and to everybody, a very Happy New Year. All the best, Woodbury. And that's it.
Thank you, Andrew. Let's go out to department heads. Let's start with Desiree.
Okay, so I have the responsibility to read a letter that was emailed to me this evening, so bear with me, from former Mayor Michael Queenan. Tim, I'm sorry your last meeting is virtual instead of a live event at Village Hall. I would have liked to attend and personally thank you for your years of service to the people of Woodbury. 12 plus years on the village board, 10 as deputy mayor and 2 as mayor. Also, I would be remiss of me if I didn't mention that you also served for several years on the Zoning Board of Appeals. Thank you, Tim, for your dedicated service to the village and the town of Woodbury. You served with honor and dignity, and I wish you the very best in your future endeavors. I could not agree more. There's much more I wanted to say, and unfortunately, our plans for this evening have changed since we've gone from in-person to virtual, but I'm sure that Mayor-elect Giacomazza will have something planned at some point in the future when we do go in person. And I will have more to say at that particular time. But I do want to recognize, and I've said this to you, Tim, many times on one-on-one, but we could not have had a better person serving as mayor during this pandemic. The knowledge that you brought to our community, the information that you were able to provide your employees so that they felt safe and secure while working during this pandemic is I can't even think of a word to explain how awesome it was. And the level-headedness that you had during it, and you know, people were scared and people had a lot of unknowns, and you had the take charge. I know what I'm talking about. I have the experience. I'm here for you. And without that, I don't know what we would have done. So I thank you for that, because this was never happened in my lifetime, unprecedented situation that without you, I think I don't know how I would have handled it. So thank you for that on behalf of all of your employees and my staff as well. And again, more to come in the future when we can actually do a nice presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Desiree. Appreciate that. Rob Wyatt.
I too want to echo the board's comments. Tim, you were very easy to work with. You will definitely be missed. I wish you and your family nothing but the best, and happy camping.
Thank you. Thanks, Rob. Mickey.
Tim, I want to thank you for all the support over the last 12 years down at the water department. You're truly going to be missed. And enjoy your next adventures in life.
Thank you, Mickey. Mike Pinella.
Hey, Mayor Egan, I just want to say thank you for your service. It's been a pleasure, even though it's been a short time for me. I want to thank you for your service and everything you did, and best of luck in the future. And I'd like to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you, Mike. Chief Burke, I think you're there, right? Yep, there you are.
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, Tim, on behalf of the members of the fire department, I just want to thank you for all your service to Woodbury, particularly as the fire department liaison. We work together very closely as I work my way up through, captain and all the chief levels. And I just want to say, you've been nothing but supportive. It was special having you in, because you really understood where we were coming from, having served in EMS for your whole entire life. So thank you for that. You're going to be sorely missed, from our end, as everyone else has indicated as well. So that'll be no different. And we want to wish you the best with all your free time. So enjoy. Thank you. And happy holidays to everyone else.
Thanks very much, Chris. Kelly, the only other consultant.
Yes. So I'm not as good with words as everybody else, unless they're legal
you're a
words,
lawyer.
of course. Well, the legal words I can do. But Tim, I've known you for a very long time. And being friends won't end just because you're not mayor anymore. But I second everything Desiree said. You led the village through some very tough times and done it with grace. And I know that the residents of Woodbury have been in good hands, and they're going into good hands. And we thank you for all of your service.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you very much.
And everybody else have happy holidays.
I think that's it for department heads, right? Did I miss anybody? Okay, I take it that next item is off the agenda? Okay, I didn't put it there, so okay. All right, then with that said, with no further business to discuss or comments received, can I please have a motion to adjourn? Thank
I'll
you,
make that
Trustee
motion.
Giacomazzo, and I believe it was Trustee Gomez with the second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you and good night, everybody. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
You
Happy
too.
New Year.
Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy Christmas.
Bye.
Happy holidays.